How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. And today, I am huge. There's no gameplay. It is the 1,000 subscriber Q&A video. So I'm going to be answering all the questions that have been posted on the Discord and answer all those random questions you guys have. So let's jump into the first one. Mir asks, how many accounts do you have and what town halls are they? So currently I have 16 accounts. So with that being said, I have 2 Town Hall 15s, one that I'm maxing out and upgrading my main account. I have one that is more of a Town Hall 14.5, so it has the offense of a Town Hall 15, but very weak defenses. I also have one maxed out Town Hall 10 that I did just upgrade to Town Hall 11 just to add in the Grand Warden. And then I have 13 Town Hall 6s. Now, I have the 13 Town Hall 6s because when I was creating the Clan Capital content 7 days a week, I needed that many accounts to try and get 7 good video account or ideas. So typically I'd have 7 accounts sort of setting up bases, 7 accounts actually going for points, getting the good content, and then I'd have about 2 accounts left over to sort of help clean up bases to push to the next raid so I could actually plan out some attacks. Let's see here. Asparagus asked, or he says, really like your videos about Raid Weekend. Appreciate it. I like making them as well. They're super fun. Just wanted to ask how to design a base that counters Graveyard Spell since it is meta now. So, the key for defending against graveyards is to place the splash damaging defenses all within range of themselves. So the multi-mortars, the rock artillery, the giant cannons, and then to help better protect those defenses as well, you want to place bomb towers and rapid rockets next to those defenses, so that it defends against the ground skeletons and the air skeletons that pop out of the graveyard spell. Great question. Let's see here. The next question is from Twizus. Are you planning on getting your own creator code anytime soon? I would love to support you through the in-game shop. Much appreciated. So, to get partnered with Supercell, you need 5,000 followers. I believe it can be from YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook page. Just you need something that shows, 5,000 followers. Apparently, it is a pretty long application process for them to approve you, but we shall see. I think once we get maybe up to 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, probably should be, decent enough to show them that have a large community and, have some people that are interested in playing your games, and I'm happy to showcase all the Supercell games. I love the mobile games. I think they're super fun. So, J... asks, so, do you have a name that you would share with us? Just curious. Where do you live? I guess Ohio. Very nice guess. Somewhat close. It is in the Midwest. So I live in Colorado, middle of the country, with all those crazy mountains and all the snow. And my name is Nick, in case you didn't know. So very nice to meet you guys. So let's see here. Twizus also asked, oh, and what about streaming? Are you planning on doing a Twitch/YouTube streams someday? It would be interesting to hear your commentary and thoughts on the attacks in real time. Plus, it would be easier to make new videos since you can just cut VODs and upload them to YouTube and Twitch. Indeed. So, eventually, I will be getting into streaming. Typically now how I record my videos is I actually do technically stream them on Twitch. Twitch for me to practice just going, from start to finish, no cuts, trying to keep engagement. And obviously it'll be a lot easier when there are, scheduled viewers and we're chatting and all that fun stuff. But for streaming, at least for the weekend event, the Capital Raid, those would be very, very difficult. I typically work on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so doing a stream, trying to get all those attacks in, and also to create videos as well, be a little bit tricky. However, for the builder-based videos, I definitely could do a stream for those if you guys are interested. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. So far, I don't do a whole lot of pushing. I sort of do, a few attacks per day. But I believe next season I should have a very close, if not fully maxed out base. So I actually could spend some time really trying to push, trying to get into the, top 50, top 25, top 10 global, top 1 in the United States, all that fun stuff that, the other builder-based YouTubers make videos on that as well. So I could do that and just upload those streams to YouTube. Could be a good idea, but that will be in the future, potentially next month. I'll let you know on that. So let's see here. Next question is from Bilzerian. What do you use to record your stream, and what iPad or tablet do you use? Just curious. So I use, and I could actually make a whole separate video on my streaming setup and the equipment and how it all gets put together. But the general sense is that I stream through the OBS software, the free software. I have an older, whatever this one is. I think it's an iPad 8, I believe. Just had it from, a few years ago. Seems to do the trick. And then I have the iPad connected through the what is it? I believe it's the Elgato game capture device that splits into an HDMI, and then that just plugs into the computer, and then it's able to upload as a source into the OBS studio. So, good question. I know people always love to know about the streaming setup. I could get into the details of my computer specs, all the stuff I have around me, the camera, microphone, all that stuff. If you're curious, you'll also have to let me know if you want that video in the future. So, let's see here. Next question is from O. Hey man, I suggest you do a YouTube video for your channel, short video on how to 3-star the Clash Anniversary challenges. Started today and people are really looking forward for that channel, and the Clash YouTube ain't that famous, and the most famous is Judo. Not everyone knows him, and people just type in the search bar how to 3-star the challenges, and yeah, why or why not would I do the shorts videos? So the shorts, I think they are very specific for the type of content that you create. For these sort of, multi-minute long attack strategies, it's pretty hard to cut that down to actually showcase what you have to do in 30 seconds. It definitely can be done. I've seen some of the other YouTubers are sort of playing around with it. But yeah, I think the shorts, how I would probably use them eventually in the future, probably would just be to showcase some highlights in the attacks, or some funny parts, some sad parts, some frustrating parts. I'm not a short YouTube content creator. I like the sort of 8 to 10 minute video mark. Get a few games in, get a couple things to think about and showcase some strategies on different bases, and use different attack strategies. So, as for creating home village content, I know this question has come up a bunch in YouTube, the YouTube comments. So I used to do videos on the home village attacks, but what I found is that since there are so many other more well-established content creators that cover the home village, that those videos do not do very well. So, there's only, so many people that would actually watch that stuff. Whereas if I specifically focus on the weekend raid, capital raid weekends, and the builder base, there's a lot fewer people that are covering those subjects. So I plan to keep covering those, sort of have a little specialty in that area, at least while I cover the game Clash of Clans. So, next one is from Nyx. I want to ask how to get max troops and bases like you. I'm literally stuck upgrading my builder machine to level 10. Cryface. So, for the builder base, a big portion of it is just time in. There's not really a fast way to progress. For the people that are just starting Builder Base, you have to think about that Builder Base has been out. You could get up to Builder Base 9 for a few years now. They pretty much have, in the past, they had not really done any updates on it, and you only had the one builder for a long time. So you literally, I think it took about a year to go from Builder Base, what do you start with? I think Builder Base 2 or 3 with nothing, and then get to Builder Base 9 with one builder, I think. And that was, you were also capped on the loot you could receive each day. You could only do your 3 attacks that would give you loot. And that process took, I believe, about a year to upgrade. So now with the ability to get unlimited loot, so you can attack as much as you want, that will get you gold. Although it will be a small amount through each attack, you'll still get gold for however many stars you get in your attack. And then you'll also get unlimited elixir depending on how many times your base gets attacked. So in theory, if you're just doing a bunch of attacks, get a whole bunch of 6 stars, you'll eventually push up in trophies, get more and more loot, and then people will attack your base. Hopefully you can defend your base a little bit, hopefully with some like 3 stars or 4 stars or 5 stars, so that when your base isn't getting 6 stars, you can get a lot of bonus elixir. But I don't know the actual time frame to get a new account maxed out to Builder Base 10. I would guess probably with the 2 builders and the ability to get extra loot, probably takes about probably 3 or 6 months to get up to Builder Hall 9. And then from Builder Hall 10, you're essentially caught up. And then, geez, when did it come out? What, a month or 2 ago? So it probably takes about, probably a good 4 or 5 months if you're not going to spend any money on the game. Because you have to think, or I guess here's the longest it should take is if you were upgrading a hero each week, right? So if you have the level 15 Battlecopter, so you get 20 levels to go to level 35, and then your battle machine takes 30 levels, or maybe it starts at level 1, so it needs 34. So you need essentially 54 weeks, so about a year's worth of upgrading heroes if you're not going to use books or gems or hammers. So probably if you're using your stuff wisely, you probably get pretty close in just a few months. So the last set of questions is from Tweezus or Twizus. Questions about me. So what do you do for a living? Currently, I am working full-time doing some security work at various places. Are you a dad? If so, do your children play Clash of Clans too? No. No dad, no kiddos. Not yet, at least, hopefully. Potentially in the future is a good goal. But no, not currently. And what are you planning on doing while hitting next milestone? So, the next milestone in my eyes is sort of the halfway point to 5,000. So probably 2,500 will be the next Q&A video. My plan is probably just to keep doing the same old. So I'm going to be making the 5 builder base videos per week. I'm going to be trying to push up into the probably top 50 globally each month, maybe higher, depending. And then I'm going to try and hit the top 10 in the United States. I think those are some pretty reasonable goals. And then going from there, I'll have to see how high I can actually push up and compete with the best players in builder base. So I'll also be doing the 2 Capital Peak Raid weekend videos on the weekends. As long as those are getting some views, it seems like that event is sort of dying out. Not too many people are religiously playing it. There's a few people, but I think it's a lot of people feel that it's gone kind of stale. It's just literally the same attacks, the same graveyard spam strategies over and over and over again. And pretty much the only fun thing / challenge that you can do is to try and push and get more and more points each weekend. Try to show off to yourself and your friends. So that's a fun part, but it's only fun for so long, right? There's not new troops, not new strategies, not new bases. So we shall see. Maybe full-time builder-based videos will be in the future. Potentially not, but I do like to mix up a little bit. So then, about the channel / game, will you ever do attack strategy videos for Clan Wars like you did back in the day? Probably not. Those were some of my first videos. I thought people would be interested in seeing, sort of some mid-ladder attacks versus pretty normal bases, normal clans. But yeah, it doesn't seem like at least the people that want to watch that content don't want to see my strategies on it. So, will you ever do videos on the Capital Peak layouts? I would love to see some. Potentially, I could do like a base layout. I've essentially just copied all of our clan's bases from other YouTubers and other Discord links and stuff like that. Because I'm not a base builder, and some people, they spend hours and hours and hours creating those bases, really trying to position every single defense exactly and precisely where it needs to defend against certain strategies. So I could definitely showcase our bases, show you how well they're defending, and I believe we have a couple of layouts that we use on a couple of the districts. So potentially in the future. Will you ever stream doing your attacks live on YouTube / Twitch? Probably in the future. I think we mentioned this before. Getting into streaming. My first goal was to get the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much. If you're still around at this point in the video, that's insane. You are a true fan. And I love you guys very much for helping support me and making this thing possible. So my next goal probably will be to I'll probably start looking into streaming. I'll see if I can set up probably like an hour or 2 stream per week going forward. Now that YouTube is all figured out, now I'll look into setting up streaming and setting up the chat and the layouts and all that fun stuff. So probably next month, I believe. We shall see. But that is all of the questions in the Discord. So thank you guys so much for the questions. A lot of variety of questions, a lot of interesting questions, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's been a blast making videos, continuing to make videos for you in the future. Hopefully going to be bringing you the best content possible, and there will be a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching some other good stuff. And make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me out a bunch. Until next time. Take care.